Oh, I get close with the Ford Ranger. No. Oh, jeepers. Oh, damn it.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a special episode of Yammie Noob. Today we are taking our adventure Grom on a big old adventure. Maybe all three of you saw our Big Bend National Park adventure ride that we did. And we got the adventure bug going on right now, so we're taking our little Grom on a big ride today. So for those of you that don't know, this is one of our giveaway Groms, along with tons of other bikes we've got given away over on yammynoob.co. Click the link down below, learn how you can win this Grom, another Grom, a Suzuki SV650, an MT-03, a Svartpillen 401, and a Yamaha R1. And we've actually got something special coming really soon, another giveaway bike, and you're not gonna wanna miss it. And also, just because you get into the winter giveaway bikes is pretty cool, but you also get access to our Discord server and the best community of motorcyclists on the internet. Our Discord server is pretty f***ing lit, isn't it?
Oh, totally. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the best parts of my day going and hanging out there.
Yeah.
I've always got it open on at least one monitor at home, so.
Now we're gonna have Andrew, our editor, put a awesome scrolling shot of our Discord server right now and some really cool animations and graphics because he's just the best.
All right, so like we said, we are going for an adventure with the Adventure Grom. But first, what makes this an Adventure Grom? Well, if you saw the video, we spent like 6 hours bolting stuff to this motorcycle that includes a engine cage, crash bars, we got these bark busters on here, skid plate, center stand, panniers, top rack, and there's even a fender eliminator kit there. There's a lot on this Grom, and actually I'm a little bit worried that we may have kneecapped the top speed of this bike just a little bit.
Yeah, I am a little bit too. So I'm gonna be riding this Grom today in full adventure kit, which is gonna add some weight, and then plus all this other stuff. Don't know if I'm gonna make it up some of the hills on the route we're going to. We're gonna be riding about 50 miles out from where we are right now to Cow Creek Road. It's a fun little B road, tackling a couple little off-road sections as well. Should be quite interesting, and we're gonna see how this little Grom fares. It's still on street tires, so no hardcore knobbies or anything on it yet, and we're just gonna kind of see how it goes, but that is the spirit of adventure riding. And just so you guys know, the whole point of today's ride is so we can go have a lovely little picnic date. We have our... this is the content you've come to know and love, isn't it? We have with us inside of the luggage in here, actually if I open it up, because I believe it's already prepped, we have a little picnic blanket, and we've got some supplies in here, got a couple sandwiches, some fruits and all that, and we're just gonna have a lovely time and experience the true adventure nature of touring on something like the Grom.
Yep, let's do it.
Alrighty, everybody. We're on a big adventure today.
Oh,
We're doing a, like, honestly, like Ewan McGregor, eat your heart out.
yeah, absolutely. You may notice that there's actually some dirt already on the VFR. That's not because it has been sitting in my garage all week. It's because we had to hit some trails on the way out here.
Yeah, I mean, to get out here to this remote location right here, we had to really trek through some really gnarly stuff, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I was actually really surprised with how good the Grom's doing.
Yeah, it totally didn't scrape hard parts going into this parking lot. It did great. Yeah, so far, all we've done with these two bikes is I've taken the Grom from feeder road to highway to feeder road to highway, just trying to skip the lights, and then pulled it into this little gas station here. And as I was turning right, I was already scraping something, so very exciting.
I believe it was the center stand.
Probably. Either that or the cage. Either way, the Grom is tough. This is what the adventure's all about. You're supposed to be scraping stuff, you know?
However, one good mark for the Grom is that I am already kind of low on gas. And the Grom is completely full.
Yeah, with my stock rally tank here, I got a good bit of range, and I've got the Rotopacks in the back too, so I can go anywhere. Alrighty, guys. So, you know, in shit posting, really, let's get a little serious here. One of the major challenges of having an adventure Grom, if you are thinking of doing an adventure Grom, which if you are, God bless you, is, you know, highways. A lot of places to get to your big adventure, you gotta get on a highway, you gotta do at least 70 miles per hour in most places in the United States. And tell you what, I don't think this Grom's ever gonna see 70 miles per hour unless I throw it off of a building.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say we could drop it out of a helicopter, but other than that, like just that little pull and I'm already, you know, a quarter mile ahead of you.
Yeah. But a mark in the Grom's favor is it is incredibly comfortable to ride. The Grom is one of the easiest going little motorcycles, and I don't feel fatigued in any way, shape, or form right now.
I mean, I feel like you could probably sit on the Grom all day, and even though the Grom will be just completely pinned, you will be fine and the bike will be fine.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where you got to remember that even though it is pinned, it's a Honda. It's a single cylinder, a little air-cooled engine. They've been making these for, I don't know, about 30 years now, so I think it would be fine.
Yeah, no, I gotta believe that bike is just gonna be completely happy and live a long and healthy life long after both of us have gone into that good night. That engine is just so indestructible. But then again, the real question is, with all of these hills that we're hitting, do you need a turbo?
I might. We were talking about this earlier, that to give the Adventure Grom a little bit of a kick in the pants, that a turbo might be necessary. And, you know, we've added a lot of weight. We got to add some power, you know?
And that is one of the easiest power adders. I mean, you know, aside from going downhill, which I gotta believe you're getting up there now.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually having to control my throttle a little bit. I don't want to speed. I would also like to let you know that that past corner we were going uphill, I dropped it a gear and I had it pinned because I was trying to pass you and I literally couldn't. I was trying so hard.
I think I've been cruising in third gear for the last, you know, 3 miles.
Yeah, I've just been trying to pass because I want to get the Adventure Grom on your GoPro. Here we go. Yes. So how does it look from your angle right there? Does it look like a true blue adventure bike?
Honestly, it kind of does, just like somebody hit a GS with a shrink ray.
Yes!
It's actually really kind of funny. I love the way the side cases look too, because they're basically like little pelican cases.
Yeah.
And I just got to imagine you're flat out right now.
Yep, I'm third gear flat out and I'm dropping speed. Yeah, so again, if you're trying to do a touring Grom, which isn't the craziest thing in the world, man, you gotta increase this power a little bit. 8 horsepower is not enough.
Yeah, no, you definitely need to get yourself a nice full exhaust system and a tune, and you know, you might even want to go to like a stage 2, you know, a forged head, maybe something that ups the compression ratio a little bit. You really just want to squeeze all the performance you can out of the Grom.
I want a Grom that sings to 16,000 RPM, personally. I'm gonna swap my KTM 250 SXF motor into this thing and see what happens. A Grom with 40 horsepower. Let's go, baby.
That would probably rip the Grom apart.
Yeah. I just thought it's like whap 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 whap.
It would probably have actually a similar top speed.
Yeah.
That was a dude on a hyper motard. He was probably just looking at the Grom being like, oh my god.
He's probably like, oh, that's a cool GS.
Oh boy, this is a big one right here.
Oh, dude, come on, baby. I'm gonna have to drop another gear. Nope, I got it. I'm 100% pinned. Oh, God.
Hey, at least we're going into Jonestown, one of the most notorious speed traps on 1431, and we will be guaranteed to not get a speeding ticket.
I would love to get a speeding ticket on Grom. Honestly, that would be such good content. So, you know, this is a very goofy thing we've done to this Grom. I'm trying to think if there's any, like, you know, objectively good things about what we've done to it. And I do think having all this added protection is cool. Like, this Grom feels literally indestructible now, which is nice.
I would also say that just adding the ability to carry some luggage makes it a better, like, little in-town commuter scooter little bike.
Absolutely. You could totally go and pick up, like, a sizable amount of groceries with this thing.
Oh, totally. And that's honestly the real use for a Grom is not going and hitting 1431.
No.
It's running around town, doing, you know, day-to-day stuff. And
Had to go for second gear for that one.
yep, I saw that.
Come on! There we go.
And in a world where, you know, scooters are automatic 125cc bikes, it's more fun to have a transmission. And in that sense, I'd rather have a Grom than a scooter.
Yeah, I mean, this still it still feels like a motorcycle. It's got a clutch, it's got the pegs in the right place, it actually has pegs instead of like little floorboards like a scooter. And don't get me wrong, scooters are actually really fun. For all of you that don't ride motorcycles, you probably think scooters are really lame, but in the right context, scooters are actually a ton of fun because they're so low stakes and they're just so goofy to whip around. But you know, a Grom with a luggage case like this, like, yeah, I can make the case for it as a city bike.
It is quite a vision, though, you riding that adventure Grom with the just the whole outfit.
Full-on touring gear, Revit Sand 3, a Rye XD4, Cardo system, nice big boots. I don't think anyone's been this at-gat riding a Grom in the history of ever.
No. You best get in a full tuck, my friend, because you're gonna need quite a running start for this hill.
Yeah, I'm trying to build as much momentum as possible. Come on. Oh, I'm getting passed by the Ford Ranger. Yeah, I got it. Wow, this is yeah, you weren't kidding, dude. This hill is... Well, I cleaned it, dude. I cleaned it. Yeah, I cleaned it. Oh, wait. Yeah. Use the cage as highway pegs. Check it out, bro.
Oh yeah, ultimate comfort. There you go. You don't even need to put highway pegs in. They're built in.
Yeah, who needs a GS when you have this? Oh god, I gotta shift down.
Now, do you feel like a windscreen would add to your comfort on these big highway miles?
You know, I don't think I'm going fast enough to notice. I'm being serious. Like, I think a windscreen makes a lot of sense if you're cruising at 80, 85 miles per hour on a big open road, but I can't go much faster than 50, so I don't think it would make a big difference.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm also used to riding a naked bike on the street, so it doesn't really faze me. Slow vehicle turnout, half a mile. That's me, baby. I'm a slow vehicle. We'll let these guys mercifully pass us. Cow Creek, baby.
We made it. The adventure Grom made it.
It's unbelievable, dude. About to scrape turning into here, but I did make it. Now the real adventure begins.
Mm-hmm. So now that we're actually out in the twisties, how's the adventure Grom feeling for you?
It's just excellent, you know. And as I'm going to demonstrate up here, it can just tackle any sort of terrain you throw at it, you know. I mean, look at this. Look at it just doing its thing in this gravel right here, like it's nothing.
That's a little too much for the good old VFR. You're clearly on a superior machine.
Yes.
Although, boy oh boy, am I seeing that center stand getting roar.
Yeah!
Oh, there it is.
I was searching for it.
I saw a big little puff of smoke come up as you dug it into the ground.
Little terrain. Oh yeah, look, check this out. Oh wow.
That was
incredible, wasn't it?
That was a solid step up right there. I'm really stunned at what the Grom could do. I mean, that was easily all of like an inch and a half of step up right there.
But I really cleaned it though, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you could do that on any street bike. You'd need something like this. Alright, here we go. So you're on a really extreme trail over here, right? Absolutely crushing it on some sand, some gravel, really nasty stuff. You lose your footing because, you know, although the Grom is the best adventure bike to ever be existing, maybe you're not the best rider. So, let's see here.
What will touch down first, I wonder?
What will touch down first? Let's see.
Foot pegs. Oh yeah, now the hand guards didn't even touch the ground.
You know, that is a bummer that the peg was the first thing to touch, because that's what you don't want to happen, you know?
Yeah, but look, the lever isn't down.
That is true. Lever's not there.
The shifter's safe.
I mean, it's such a nice. I mean, that's almost just like a MotoGP lean angle right there. That's not really, you know, down even.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's just completely fine. This is how we should store it back at the shop.
Honestly,
just set
yeah.
it down.
Yeah. Hey man, if you drop it, it's pretty easy to pick up. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I just you know, what's that over there? I just oh no, oh jeepers, I dropped my Grom. Oh beans. I just gotta, you know, just another day on the trail, man. You know, just another day on the trail. Oh man, the sights over here are really pretty, huh? You imagine that over there? Oh damn it!
Down she goes.
Again. Oh, you know, that's just the way it goes.
Mm-hmm. But you actually get a really solid view of the skid plate now, and you see how it's been working for you.
Yeah, that's been really working for me right here. Wow.
These guys are wondering if we're okay.
Yeah,
we're all
good.
good.
We're doing something stupid, yeah. No,
we're all
good.
good.
We're doing something dumb for a video. Do we?
Let's see you pick it up the wrong way. Pull it up from the other side.
Okay, I gotta.
Hey, there you go.
I learned that one from that Brett guy on Moto Trek. Alrighty, Spike, we gotta find our little picnic spot. That's what this whole adventure was about.
Yeah. We had to stop for a little photo op because no adventure would be complete without one.
Truly. Truly. Yeah, do you think they have Cow Creek Road stickers at the gift shop at the end of this road? Oh wait, no, that's just the national parks that I visited on my Grom.
That was really
I wonder
fun.
what was going through that guy's mind where he saw the Grom like flipped over. He's like, how did he drop it there?
Yeah. And then he was like, do you guys need help picking it up?
Yes, it's gonna take 3 grown men. as if you and I, two fully functioning adult human males, could pick up the Grom. We need backup. We need a 3rd man. Because he probably thought it was a GS, that's why. He's like, yeah, we're gonna need 3 people to pick that bitch up. There's no doubt.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, if your GS falls in the woods, you need like a winch.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of fields for us to set up the picnic here.
Yeah. It's almost as if everything in Texas is privatized. There's 2 of us, so if something happens, I got you.
Whoops, I was in 2nd gear.
It's part of the adventure, man. Just think of it like your DRZ. You got it. Look at you go.
There we go, we made it.
Dude, I'm just crushing with this Grom right now. Almost didn't make it up the hill, but I'm crushing. Look at this. We got some shade here, mostly gravel. Wow.
So Spite, here we are out in just real deep in the middle of nowhere, real adventure stuff with the Grom. We're totally not off the side of the road about 200 feet. That's definitely not what we're doing right now.
Oh, of course not.
You can see this backdrop. We're in the middle of nature, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take us a solid couple hours to get back to the road.
Not because of the reason that people are thinking of, because the Grom is so slow and it's going to take literally hours to get back home, but because we're so far away and remote. That's why. So what did you think of the adventure Grom? Kind of looking at going down the road and all that? And
Honestly, I'm just impressed with how it did, to be honest.
too,
Like,
yeah.
just because of the fact that it made it all the way up here, carrying all of the stuff that it was carrying, and you, it was impressive, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it literally carried a whole picnic spread right here, right? We've got a nice little picnic spread here, you and I on this wonderful little, nature side date over here.
Yep.
You're drinking a topo. I've got a nice little ginger beer right here, not real beer, you got to keep it non-alcoholic when you're out on the road. And yeah, I think, speaking earnestly, is it a silly thing to do to a Grom? Yes, it's very silly to make a Grom adventure spec.
Absolutely.
But I do think that it added some functionality to it. I gotta say, like, it was really cool. Like, I brought all this stuff with me, you know?
And a lot of camera equipment.
And the camera equipment, and I still, you know, for as many people would probably think that the Grom's top speed is now 30 miles per hour, I was still doing about 55 in most places. Uphill was a struggle, but that's always a struggle with the Grom.
Yeah.
You know? So now we're gonna enjoy our adventure, enjoy our picnic, and we will see you back at the garage for our final wrap up. Alrighty guys, we are now back in the shop after our big adventure on the Grom, and I've got some takeaway items. Spipe, I want to see, what was the first thing you noticed or thought about this adventure Grom?
So I was riding the VFR the whole time, and I was trying to stay behind you because I know that I would be just leaving you behind.
Yes.
That is the first thing I noticed, is that we were going pretty slow.
You kept leaving me behind
time.
even when you weren't trying to leave me behind.
Yeah, there were times where you were saying that I was holding like neutral throttle and just walking away from you.
Yeah, it was so frustrating.
But the one thing that I noticed while I was sitting behind this Grom the whole time is that it has the perfect silhouette of a big adventure bike just hit with a shrink ray, which is really funny when you think about it, because you see the bags, you see everything, and then you come up, pull next to it, and it's just this little mini bike, and you're like, what's going on here?
Yeah, like I took a step away from it. I was looking at it from an angle, from a distance, and I was like, oh, it's so cute. Like, it's just a little baby ADV, and you really can't get away from its diminutive nature. But that does come at a cost. So because it's a mini bike, there are a couple things that happen with this motorcycle that would not happen with a normal motorcycle, let's say. So, you know, even though we've added skid plates, crash protection, all this stuff, I literally couldn't take a corner faster than 20 miles per hour with a certain amount of lean before I just heard horrible scraping sounds from either the center stand, the skid plate. I literally would case this thing on anything a bit gnarlier than a speed bump. I was already casing the skid plate because I kid you not, there are 3.3 inches of ground clearance here. So if you guys have an idea of how ridiculous that is, my dirt bike has like 13 inches of ground clearance. Even the Desert Sled has 9 inches of ground clearance. This is pitiful ground clearance, even for a street bike. It's like you were saying, sparks might fly off if you hit a speed bump on this thing.
Yeah, and the crazy thing too is, you know, maybe your sport bike has like 3.5 inches of ground clearance, but the suspension on this is just so squishy.
Yep.
When I was riding it, when we were doing the drone shots, I was going over the bumps on that one little low water crossing, and I was just going straight, and I felt it go when I hit the ground, and that's never a fun feeling.
Not a good feeling. But because it's a mini bike, it does come with some advantages actually. So one of those advantages is its lightweight. Because we're a little sadistic towards this Grom, did end up tipping it over a couple times just to see what it would be like if it was out on the trail and we had to pick it up. We had to test it. And I gotta say, it's pretty easy to pick up. I could probably pick this up with one arm. As you guys saw, there was that guy in the vlog who came up and asked us if we needed help picking it up.
That was the best part of the day.
It was the best part of the day. He looked at two men and a Grom and he was like, do you guys need help picking it up? I was like, buddy, if we need help picking it up,
you got bigger problems.
You got bigger problems. But I think that, you know, it's got these little wheels, but at the same time, we were going up that one little gravel road and it was no muss, no fuss with this thing, man.
I just kind of did it.
Just kind of muscled up, no problem. And I knew that even if it fell over, it would sit at 45 degrees of lean with these big bags on it and I would just pick it right up again. I kind of get why there's certain dudes out there that they like taking these little tiny bikes out on trails because it actually is a lot of fun. It's challenging in a weird way, but it's also like super low stakes. Like this bike could literally be upside down and I'd be like, whatever. Like, I'll just pick it up and it'll keep going.
Yeah, just roll it over.
Yeah, and with all this protection as well, like nothing's gonna happen to this thing that you can't fix on the trail.
I honestly think this bike is basically indestructible at this point, which maybe that's worth losing a couple of miles an hour off top speed because even though we were worried about it going a little slow, it didn't seem like it was that much slower over a stock Grom.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, with me as an average sized rider at about 170 pounds, this Grom still got up to about 52 miles per hour, which is about how fast a Grom can normally go on flat ground and not downhill. I did see 62 miles per hour when I went downhill on a very strong crosswind that got me pushing all the way down. So, hey, you know what? You can't hit over 60 with the Adventure Grom. That's saying something.
But here's the real question. Would you do it again?
Oh, no. I'm not gonna lie, this was one of the most miserable days of riding I've had in recent memory. Just because of the type of riding we were doing, these big touring kind of highway miles, it is miserable on this little bike. You just, literally going up a hill, and even in third gear, you're just watching the speed die down, and you're like, I'm wide open, you know? My wrist was getting tired from being wide open the entire time. You were miserable because you couldn't just roam with the VFR. You had to always be seeing where I was and just babysitting me with the Grom. We had a joke where you're gonna throw a rope back out to me and I was gonna be able to go faster. And it's just a shame because I think that the spirit of a small adventure bike is very cool, but this is not exactly right. And I don't know, but the whole Grom is about being kind of goofy and silly, and this is a very goofy and silly thing to do.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's in the spirit of the Grom, and honestly, if it was my city bike, I would definitely kit it out with these bags, just because they're so nice to have.
Absolutely. The bags, I think, are very cool in the Grom. The rest of it, I honestly would not take. I don't really need it if I had a Grom, but this makes this thing like an awesome little grocery getter. Like, seriously, this thing is super practical, and you can even put a top box on it still. So big ups to T-Rex Racing for handing us over this kit. It was very fun. And if you want to win this Honda Grom, go to YammieNoob.co. And thank you for watching. Two guys have a stupid time with the mini bike. Well, howdy, partner. How's it going? Now this video's over, but I'll tell you what, you click on this one right over here, you can keep watching yourselves from Yammie Noob. And if y'all didn't know, we're based out of Austin, Texas, so click on that video, you might check out something cool.